One of the things that we did this season was we wrote rumors for all of our characters. Some of them were true and some of them were not. And then Brennan wrote some as well that some of them were true and some of them were not. And then he mixed them up and gave each of us a stack of rumors about the other players.
I operated under the assumption that I had a true rumor about Emily's character for 3/4 of the season, and I found out it was not true, and it was like, oh.
Welcome, travelers, to another Geek Peek interview. I, as always, am Cody, and I have had the absolute pleasure of speaking with Beardsley and Siobhan Thompson about the upcoming Dimension 20 season, Cloudward Ho, an intrepid hero's tale of steampunk and skyships. Steampunk!
We're doing steampunk!
We talked about character creation, steampunk influences, and the surprising role to start the season. Enjoy. You guys are heading into a brand new world of Gath. You guys are finally doing steampunk, one of my favorite style settings of all time. Super excited about it. What, if any, was the steampunk inspirations that you drew from or you consumed prior to this season?
I knew we were going to do some mech suit stuff, and there's this video game called Heaven Will Be Mine that I really loved, and so I replayed that, which is very fun. It's kind of like a young lesbian mech video game. It's awesome.
That's a heck of a box art. Young lesbian mech suit.
Exactly.
Got it. That's a sell.
Yeah, and then a lot of Miyazaki. You did some fun stuff, Siobhan.
I mean, Pirates of the Caribbean I haven't watched, and Time Bandits.
Time Bandits. Okay.
And what else, Jerry? Oh, Muppet Treasure Island.
That's awesome.
Okay. One of the questions I've always wondered about these seasons, well, not just Intrepid Hero season, just any season in general, what was the character creation process like? Did you how collaborative was it between you and the rest of the party, between you and Brennan? Was there any restrictions that they put into it to not necessarily pigeonhole you into a certain class or background, but maybe they encouraged you to hey, maybe be a fighter, be a paladin, whatever?
Yeah,
nothing like that. We all please.
Oh yeah, I mean, yeah, nothing like that at all. We, for this season, Brennan sent us an absolutely enormous lore document about all of this world. That was awesome, so fun. Of these are the different places that your characters could come from, and just said it would be nice if we could get people from all over. This is just for inspiration. If there's some other idea that you have that doesn't fit into any of these, we'll figure it out. And then the only sort of class restrictions that he gave us was to say no full magic users.
Yeah.
Okay. So no wizard or sorcerer or anything like that.
Right, exactly. Okay. But other than that, do what you find exciting, and then for an afternoon.
I think we all try to come in with a level of flexibility so that we can turn the dials. And so you come in with a few pitches. If someone feels really committed to one of their pitches and is y'all, these other two are filler, I really want to play this character, we can start to build the party around it. But there's a lot of shifting and adjusting and does this sound like a fun story to tell? And I think the one that we ended up with is really fun, with kind of two new to the world POV younger characters coming in, and a varying degrees of jaded old adventurers.
And that's something that we very consciously choose to do in person and together, because a lot of it is also we're coming in with these character ideas, but as we're telling each other the ideas, we're also building the relationships between them. And that is very useful as
Totally.
well. Nobody's in a vacuum. And especially
I gotcha.
like this, where we're going in with pre-established relationships.
Yeah. So when was it decided that Allie, your character is the youngest of them all, Murph is the next youngest, and everybody else is the former crew reunited? When did that happen in the character creation process? Was it ever possibly Lou might have been the youngest one, or Murph, or whoever?
It went back and forth, I think, for a week after we had decided, because some people were actually, no, I want to do this other thing. So the way that it shook out was a lot more older players, which I think actually was good because I think historically the more fun choice is like young, bright-eyed adventurers coming into the world of magic. And this was like, actually, sometimes it sucks to be in a band. Kiss had to go to therapy. Like being on the road, you don't get to see your family. Bands break up. Like,
Yeah, we did a 10-stop tour, and by the end of it, we were like, this is why people do cocaine.
We hate each other. Yeah, no, totally. It's like, oh, okay. So, and I think that was like a grittier. Yeah.
Just the grizzly
I'm
old
in
adventurers that have retired successfully, and then just they got me back in for one more job.
Exactly.
Yeah,
exactly.
Gotcha. Okay. These next two are from my co-host Oren. Siobhan, what's one piece of trivia about your character that nobody else knows, but has actually had an impact on her journey in life?
Oh God.
No spoilers.
No spoilers. How do I say this without
No spoilers, obviously, yeah.
There are I don't know if I can tell you that without spoiling things. Everybody the thing is with playing a character with so much. One of the things that we did this season was we wrote rumors for all of our characters.
Okay.
Not about the rumor.
That some of them were true and some of them were not. And then Brennan wrote some as well that some of them were true and some of them were not. And then he mixed them up and gave each of us a stack of rumors about the other players.
It was awesome.
Interesting. That's a really cool mechanic.
I operated under the assumption that I had a true rumor about Emily's character for 3/4 of the season, and I found out it was not true. And it was like, oh.
I'll have to keep a note of that and see if I can pick up on that one.
Yeah, it's great.
So the rumors, but nothing you can tell us without too many spoilers.
Everything that I can think of, I'm like, oh no, but that's it. Oh, hang on wait, that comes in I can't tell you.
Okay, that's fair. I get it. That's fine. I was just looking for some more information.
Sorry.
That's fine. Allie, you've always played really, even like any like type of sillier character, you always have like very heartfelt moments. What part of yourself shines the brightest through your character this season?
Oh, that's a great question. I think that she is. This character is, I think, trying to impress like a group of older people and maybe trying to kind of like perform competence in a way that is very familiar to me. And so she.
Were you a teacher's pet?
No. And the result of not being a teacher's pet makes me be like, oh, should I try a little bit harder? Yeah, so I think that she like there's like a level of kind of like ability that she's trying to reach that it doesn't come naturally to her. So that would be my insert into the character.
Trying to impress the more like respected, knowledgeable people in your life. Is that something that resonates with you?
I think so. Yeah, I think there's kind of like this ADHD like scatteredness that happens that I'm kind of like trying to fight against. And I think that this season coming after junior year where I think I farted and said blimey. I don't totally remember the order. Maybe it was blimey and fart. But I was kind of like, all right, let's play a character who is, still like fun and flawed, but not so chaotic.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
So I just got the message about 2 minutes left, so I'll be quick with these last two. What is like? How different is it playing a game of D&D for like this is for entertainment? Other people, thousands of people are going to watch it versus playing in like your home game with just your friends, no cameras, anything like that. What's the difference in like tonal shift of how you're playing that game?
There's less queso when we're doing D20.
Which is an issue.
Yeah, I do feel like for the next season we should have a queso budget for sure.
Yeah, queso fountain. I do think that we've done a lot of work to not change it as much as possible because I'll speak for myself. I think knowing that other people are watching this, sometimes I can follow a thread that isn't really like clicking with everyone at the table, but I have some sort of like person watching at home that would totally get this. And while that's like totally fine, it doesn't feel as fun to be like at the table and connecting and getting like energy going and building off of each other. And so I think it's the most that I can not think about this being recorded, the better the episodes are. So I have tried to lean into that.
Gotcha.
Yeah, agreed. It still feels like a home game when we play, and that's because we've made the conscious choice to make it feel like that. As much as
And we're in like a little dome.
Yeah.
I mean, it's the fanciest home game on the planet.
It's the Super Bowl of home games, but
animated sequences happening behind them.
Last question real quick. How wild was it to start the season with not just a nat 20, but a Murph nat 20?
It's never happened before, and it'll never happen again.
Absolutely not. It was so great to watch that episode. I look forward to the rest of the season. You guys are always amazing, so we'll see how that works out. Thanks again for joining me. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, great to meet you.
Likewise. See you around. Thank you all so much for watching, and I hope you enjoyed the interview. The first episode of Cloudward Ho is currently live on dropout.tv, where you'll be able to find the entire season as it releases. The first episode is scheduled to be uploaded to YouTube on June 11th, but there's no official plans for the whole season to release on YouTube, so make sure to subscribe to Dropout at dropout.tv, and I'll see you at the tabletop. Bye.